Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm doing another one in my top 5 series. I think I'm running out of top 5s to do now, but I'm going to be doing the brushes today because brushes are one of my favourite makeup things to buy and collect. As you can see, I started off, if you watch my old videos, with like 5 brushes in here, and now it is like chockers with brushes. So I thought I would take you through my top 5 and why I love them and what brands they're from and all of that good stuff. And I will link them all down below if they're available online so that you guys can go check them out. So yeah, let's get into it. But before we do, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell so you can be notified when I post a new video. Alright, let's jump in and see what my top 5 brushes are. So my first favourite is this little cutie from Real Techniques, and this is their setting brush. I actually own 2 of them. So this was the original pink, and then I got this hot pink one. So this is really good because I can differentiate which one's which. I use this one for setting my under eyes, and I use this one for applying highlight when I want like a stiffer brush to apply my highlight. I'm going to put the prices below for all of these, so don't worry about that. Just check out the description box if you want to know how much they retail for. I think I got both of these on sale for like $13, so definitely highly affordable. And yeah, I love this because it fits perfectly under my eye, so when I want to set my under eye concealer, this is the perfect brush to use. And I also love this one for highlight because, as you can see, it's got like this tapered end, so it's really good for applying highlighter if you want more of a stiff brush. So I find that the tapered end just fits really well onto my top of my cheekbones to apply my highlight with, and this is just the brush that I love to use to apply highlight most of the time, to be honest. Other than that, I will use a fan brush. Usually I go with this one or just my fingers sometimes, depending what formula I'm using. But I find that this actually picks up the Colourpop Super Shock cheeks really well, so I love it for that as well. My next favourite is this little baby from Smashbox, and this is their little fan brush. Again, I love this to apply my highlight, and I like to use this when I want more of a sheer highlight. So it's much easier to put on sheer highlight with this one than it is with the Real Techniques one, because obviously it's quite sort of, it's not as dense, and it's quite feathery. Also, it's quite thin, so it hits the top of the cheekbones quite easily, and it does apply like a dusting of product, but you can also use it to build it up more. So this is what that one looks like. So I always wanted a fan brush, and it took me a really long time to pick one out, but I'm glad I ended up with this one. It's the perfect size and density and everything. It's really cute and I really love it. It does a really great job with my highlight, and yeah, glad I picked this one up. The other thing I love with this one is it comes with this little plastic sleeve where you can keep it in there so it keeps its shape, and it's also really good for travel because I feel like this would be really easy to squash during travel. So I like that it comes with this little sleeve over it, and you can keep that on there and use it for travel like I do. The next brush is this little baby from Essence, and this looks like a child's makeup brush, I know, but it is really, really good and really inexpensive. I think I paid about $6 for this one. And I love it to apply my ambient lighting powder. So usually the only kind of thing I use on my face is either the IT Cosmetics CC cream and or the Hourglass ambient lighting powder. So I usually use this to apply my ambient lighting powder. I have been using it with Mood Light, which is why the top of it is currently pink. I didn't actually think to wash my brushes before I did this video, so I apologize for that. But yeah, this is one of my absolute favorites of all time. I absolutely love this brush. So inexpensive, so cute, and yeah, it does look like a kid's makeup brush, but it's kind of cute as well, and it does a really good job. It's just the perfect size, like it gets a lot of face in each little press that you do, so it's quite good for powdering your face. It doesn't apply too much product, but it doesn't apply not enough product either. It's not a Joy fiber, it just has one set of fibers in it, and yeah, I mean, you can't really go wrong for like $6 at Priceline. I really do like this brush, and I'll probably repurchase if this one ever goes kaput because I think it's just my favorite powder brush of all time. The next brush I'm going to mention is this one by Colourpop, and this is their, I think it's called just their blending brush. It's not written on here, but they were doing a promotion a little while ago and giving these away for free, and I ended up with a ton of them, and I'm really glad I did because they're awesome. That's just a standard eyeshadow brush, great for blending out your crease shade, and this is what it looks like. It's got this rose gold ferrule on it, and then a pink handle, and then it's just got the little Colourpop logo in rose gold as well. I feel like when this one came out, a lot of people were complaining about the packaging and they thought it looked cheap, but I actually really like it. I think it's really nice. I don't think it looks cheap. It reminds me a bit of those Luxie brushes, even though I don't have them, but I've seen them a lot on YouTube and just on the internet in general. It reminds me a bit of those. So yeah, I love this one a lot, and I got it for free, which helps. They did retail for $6. I'm not sure if they're still selling them, but if they are, I will link it below for you guys so you can go check it out. Then last but not least, I have the Real Techniques Bold Metals Collection Rose Gold Blush Brush, which is the number 300. I had my eye on this for the longest time, but I was shying away from buying it because of the price. There are so many brushes out there, including from Real Techniques, that you can get way cheaper than this. These are so expensive in Australia. I think that on sale I ended up paying like $32, but I really wanted it, so I did pick it up. But I'm glad I did. I really love it. So that is what this one looks like. It's really pretty. It's got like the pink sort of hairs at the bottom, and then they taper up to white. And I also really love the handles on these. I don't know if you can see on camera, but they're kind of like triangular, so they don't roll around on the desk. Another brand that does that is Revlon. I really like it. I think it's a great idea because they will just sort of sit where you put them and not go on the floor, which is awesome because when your brush goes on the floor, then you got to go wash it, and then it's really annoying, so not a fan of that. So yeah, this one I love mostly, let's be honest, because it is rose gold and it's beautiful, but I actually think it's perfect for blush. A lot of people on YouTube are saying I don't think it's great for blush and blah blah blah, but I actually think it's amazing for blush. I think it's the perfect little size to dab blush on the top of your cheeks. I don't know, like some people maybe like a more fluffy one and that's why, but I would just go in with a little bit of product and tap this on the apples of my cheeks like that, and it would apply my blush perfectly, and I think it's really beautiful. I also think it would be really great for contour. I haven't tried it for contour yet. I'll just show you again so you can see what I mean. It's got like a tapered top, so I feel like it would like apply contour and blend it at the same time. So you could use the tapered end to actually apply your contour really lightly, and then you could go in a bit harder and sort of blend the contour, and I feel like that would work really well. I'm pretty sure I've heard Kathleen Lights say that it's really good for contour as well, which was my first thought when I saw it. I was like, that would be awesome for contouring as well as blushing. So yeah, and this one is even clean for you guys, so that's amazing. So those were my top 5 brushes. It was really hard to choose. Brushes are one of my favorite things. I'm not too into like shader brushes and things like that. I usually just use my fingers to apply my eyeshadow, to be honest, my lid eyeshadow. I usually go in with a brush for the crease, and then I use my finger because I'm usually using a ColourPop Super Shock shadow anyway. So that's why there were no like shader brushes or that many eyeshadow brushes. I really just use a ColourPop one at the moment, and then my fingers for the lid shade. So that's why most of them were face brushes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell so that you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!